Hey guys, how's it going? So today I'm going to be going over Lester River Bushcraft and the things I own from them. To give some background, Lester River Bushcraft is a small company out of Duluth, Minnesota, and he builds outerwear such as his anorak, which is pretty famous, his field jacket, and then I believe he has some smocks and wax canvas, as well as he's taken a really big deep dive into making a lot of really cool pouches right now. So what I'll do is I'll go over the pouches first, and then I'll do the outerwear second. So to start off, the pouches is one of the first, no, this isn't the first, this is the first pouch I got from him. So this is his universal knife sheath pouch, and I got this because I wanted this knife, which is my Hellbender, to kind of be like my one and done tool if I needed to grab something and go. But the big knife itself, the one tool option, kind of brings up some arguments, so won't get into that. But this pouch is just really simple. You can lanyard it to the sheath itself. It's held together with shock cord, and then you open this portion right here, and I just have in there a Altoids tin full of fire starting supplies. If you've watched my past YouTube video on the fire kits, that's basically this with a few upgrades. So, and that doesn't even fill up the pouch. That's just what I have in there right now, and it works relatively well for what I need it to. A quick little fire kit. I may build it out more to be more of a PSK, so water, something else inside there. I'll have to do some thinking on it, but I think it'd be cool to build PSK out of this little pouch and have it strapped to my knife at all times. So that's the first pouch I got from him. And then what I got second was this. This is something I believe he came out with last year, 2024. This is the Win pouch. Now, Win stands for Win in Need. So what you need now and right now. So I'll open it up here. What I have on the actual lash to open this entire thing is a small 3D printed whistle. That way, if I was injured, I could blow this 3 times, which is the universal sign for help me, I'm hurt, I'm very hurt. So that's always good to have somewhere on the outside of your gear or attached to something like this. And then this pouch opens up with just, I believe this is called just a Grimlock. This isn't a Grimlock, but I don't know exactly what little component this is, but I really like it. It's super easy to slip on and off, and then it tightens down. Not like those finicky tech locks that you sometimes get. But what's really cool about this pouch, it rolls down. So I had this built out as a fire kit. This is the Win V1, I believe. So there's 2 pouches, and then there's shock cord in the middle to lash things down. I have this built out as a fire kit right now. So I have a ferro rod, and then in here I have fire starters and a Fresnel lens. And then I've got a huge piece of Florida fat wood that I acquired when I was last down there. And then this one, this is probably the coolest feature. So I believe Jason got the idea for this pouch and this specific feature through this fire starter that's in there. It's the pull start fire starter that was going around, I think, last year just about. And what you do is you grab this orange loop and it rips open, and it allows you to get access to that immediate fire starter. So you have that right there. I've just had mine in there, so it's a little dusty, but it's cool. The one thing I would say, though, if you were in a situation where you're hypothermic and you're trying to get to this, getting your fingers down there would be a little bit difficult. Maybe having an assist, something that you could grab like right here to pull it up, would be really nice, so it moves the package a little bit up. I don't know if that's feasible, but that's one thing that I just thought about. It's not a complaint, it's just an idea. This is really cool if you kind of want to have a rollout fire kit to where you can lay it down on your woodland workbench or wherever and just get access to everything you would need to make your fire. So that's my second pouch from him. I've been using this a lot. This was my main carry fire kit for, I think, about 4 or 5 months of just straight use with it, and I really liked it a lot. Right now, it's kind of chilling in my teaching bag as kind of an example, but I hope to really get this out more in this 2025 year. So that was the one I got from him after I gotten that sheath pouch. And then I also got this. This is something that's kind of newish. This is his signal panel, which is Velcro backed. So right there. And then you can attach it to like the inside of Tough Possum Gear Shackleton. It fits really nice inside of there. You could attach it to, I think, your car roof. Let's see. I am actually filming this inside my vehicle. So, oh yeah, it'd fit up there. And the one thing that's missing right now is because I had to take it off because I want a different color, is shock cord. This thing laces up with shock cord, and that's how that signal panel sticks in there. And you pull it tight and it sticks really nicely. It's a super convenient package, and I just like how multi-purpose it is. So you would have your signal panel, and then on the sides you have, where is it? Right there. You have two loops for two glow sticks. I had used them because I was testing it, making buzz saws, things like that mostly. But so it's kind of like a signal panel carrier is the best way to explain it. And then this little loop just comes off and this unfolds to a very large, nice orange signal panel. And Jason, who runs and owns Lester River Bushcraft, has stated that this little piece of shock cord through the middle, you can attach a glow stick through there or a chem light and then tighten it down so you even have a glowing center in the middle. As you can see, mine is very dirty because I have found that this makes an excellent prep space for all your tinder and stuff. If you're fluffing up tulip poplar and need a dry space to do that on, you totally can. Make your feather sticks, other things like that. Yeah, it's just a nice, good-sized panel. You could strap it up to your tree in camp or whatever you may need. It's got grommets on the end, so you really can't lash it to the tree. So yeah, that was the third thing I gotten from him, and I've been playing around a lot with this. This was living in my Hill People Gear chest rig for a long time, and then it was living in my Tough Possum Gear Shackleton. So it's been a really, really cool piece of kit to mess around with. You just pull that and then it just goes back together. It's super easy to put back together, which I really like because some signal panels you have to fold like 6 different spots. So that's how quick and easy it is. And then this is the most recent pouch I got from him. Now, full clarity, he did send me this, but I told him, I was like, hey, I am going to put out a video and I'm going to tell honest review and thoughts on it. So this is the Win V2 or 3, I think. I can't remember exactly, but this one's huge. This one like opens up a lot, and this one really bulked out as a teaching cordage kit. So I have a full roll of number 36 bank line right there, and then I have 2 compartments that I've stored pieces of paracord in. Over here, my longer and shorter. And then you can even add shock cord in the middle to really beef it up and add more stuff. This would make a really killer fire kit carrier. This tan was just like, you know what? I'm going to use that in my teaching kit for cordage. That's what it screamed to me. And if you wanted to, I'm sure you could take a carabiner and run it through somewhere like here and hang it up. Kind of your if you wanted like a roll-out toiletries kit or something you can hang up in your camp space. I don't know. It's a really cool pouch. I like it because it's kind of like a hussif or a housewife, which is an 18th century sewing kit that folds out and you have all your compartments, but it's modernized with modern materials and really good build quality. So that's the newest one I got from him, and I got this about a week ago, and it's been staying in my teaching kit, and I have no complaints yet, but I've only been using it a week though. So I'll get back to you if anything does happen with it, but I don't expect anything to. So those are all the pouches, and I've been really enjoying the pouches he's been making. I'm missing one, and it's the GP small pouch, which I've been really wanting to attach onto something like the inside of my Tough Possum Gear Shackleton or the inside of my Hill People Gear kit bag. So that's the only one I'm missing, and then he makes a bottle koozie, which I've been really wanting. But so those are all of his main pouches. Now, for me, at least, I first knew about Lester River Bushcraft through his anoraks. and his anoraks are warm. They are toasty. I'll put up a few pictures here of where I have worn them to classes to teach out of and stuff, but I actually have mine right here. And as you can see, we're in this car angle, so I can actually put it on and show y'all how it fits. It's a little bit too warm to be wearing this today in Western North Carolina, but quickly for the video, it's just fine. So I am 6'2", about 220 pounds. This is the large, and it fits me really nicely, just perfect. It has enough extra room to where I can layer underneath it, and the wrist slit, like the wrist buttons, just close up super nicely around my diameter size of wrist, I guess. And yeah, it just generally fits me good as a large size. It's got a shock cord closure around the bottom, so you can close this off and really keep that hot, warm body air up near the top, that warm, dead air. And then it's got this gracious front pocket, which is when I first saw it, what really attracted me. And this pocket has 3 sewn inner pockets right here in the front. That's why there's those sew lines right here. And then it's actually got a zippered pocket in the back, so you can store like your wallet, keys, phone, things like that if you're going for a walk in the woods. I normally just keep that stuff in my car, but I understand that if people need to take it. And then it's got 2 D-rings on the inside as well. So what I'll normally do, if I'm in a wintertime environment where I'm wearing lots of this heavy clothes and I can't get to things like my pockets, I'll throw my ferro rod and I'll toggle it to the inside of this. And I'll usually toggle it to this left side and then tuck the ferro rod inside that pocket. So that way it's just there, I know where it is. And if it's clipped on or tied off to that D-ring, when I drop it, it's just gonna dangle. I'm not gonna drop it and lose it. Neck gusset is really cool. You can drag it down to reduce the amount of draft you have. I'm just keeping it open right now. I've replaced the paracord on this. I believe it was black. I wanted this tan paracord. I really liked it. And then it's got a shock cord closure around the head. And as you can see, this is a massive hood, like very big. You could definitely wear some big fur caps underneath, or your big wool beanies or whatever have you, but then it can really close on down with the shock cord closure like that and really keep you nice and toasty. So this is where it really started for me with him, was this anorak. And I bought one. This is actually my 3rd one, because I bought a bunch and I wasn't liking the colors. I wasn't liking the material. Like, I wasn't liking it in general. I had a gray one first, and I went to a black one with woodland camo Kedora accents, and then I went with this one. This is the one I originally saw, and I'm keeping it forever. So it was really nice up here in Western North Carolina with those really cold winter that we just had, like 7 degree mornings, or like evenings even, and then it would warm up to like 20. This was super great to where it's just like one layer with like a hoodie underneath like I have right now, and I could stay warm all day. So that's the anorak. Definitely one of his more popular items, but to me, definitely worth the money. I know that's something that people tend to complain about with his gear, is the amount of money that it costs. And for me, when I look at it, it's an investment, because I know that this is really good wool, and I know that it's really durable wool. And I'll show you in this next example, because I have his other garment, which is my all-time favorite of his field jacket. This is a very much more medium weight piece of kit. I wear this in a lot of my videos if you've seen, but it's just a nice, I think it's based off the M1965 field jacket. It's super cool. You can't get this one on the main website. I got this on his Instagram, where he does like batches of like small production ones. So this one actually has canvas accents on the elbows and on the inside, which is really cool. I like that yellow canvas, that tan canvas. It's got pockets up here. I have a copper blanket pen from my buddy Nathan Valentine. Pockets up there, internal pocket, internal pocket, internal pocket, internal pocket, and then it's got 2 side pockets. But it's very much a more medium weight piece of outerwear, but it still keeps you very, very warm. I wore this base layers into about 20, and I was nice and warm still, which is really nice. I had a headwear on and everything else was proper. So yeah, I just figured I'd come on here today and give my quick review on it. Jason's been really good to me. He's been super awesome on answering my questions I've had about his gear and kit. So I figured I'd get on here and actually showcase some of it, because I appreciate him and what he's done for me. And I mean, all the cool stuff he's making. I'll put a link to his website in the bio. So I hope you all are having a good day, and thanks for sticking around.